Good day, my name is Adrian Egadano and I will continuing the report of Mr. Buok entitled Investigation of Violence Against Women and Their Children and Other Cases of Child Abuse o Investigation of Complaints and Report Involving All Forms of Violence Against Women and their Children. So let's proceed. So number 6. The WCPD officers shall forward the investigation report together with the relevant evidence, including the formal statement of witness and result of medico-legal examination to the prosecutor for filing of appropriate criminal action under the Act. And number 7, if victim survivor is found to have manifestations of the battered woman syndrome which is validated by past police records and testimonies from witnesses in interest, the WCPD officer shall inform the punong barangay o the local social worker or the concerned NGOs. And number 8, assist in the application and enforcement of the provision of the protection order as may be issued by the barangay or the court. And 9, response with the assistance of other police personnel, barangay officials, and other parties in interest to all call for emergency assistance to ensure immediate protection of the victim survivor by entering the dwelling if necessary, whether or not a protection or order has been issued. Number 10. In case where the perpetrator is armed or in possession of deadly weapon in plain view, cause the confiscation thereof with the assistance of other police personnel. Number 11. Effect the arrest of the perpetrator by virtue or of a warrant issued by the court pursuant to existing laws. Number 12. Except when the victim survivor is deemed more secure to stay in their place of residence, in which case of the perpetrator has been removed by virtue of protection order issued by the barangay of the court. Number 13. Monitor and follow up any case in violation of the Act that has been filed in court. In this regard, the WCPD officer must maintain a periodic assessment report of all cases reported to the police in violation of the Act. Number 14. Participate in multidisciplinary mechanisms to help address the protection needs of the victim survivor of VAWC. So next is investigation of compliance and reports involving other forms of child abuse. Police officers in coordination with the PNP Women and Children Protection Desk o WCPD and Local Social Welfare Development Office o LSWDO shall conduct an investigation on all cases of child abuse committed within their respective area of responsibility, consistent with domestic laws, rules and regulations, and international human rights. Number 1. Police officers shall, upon receipt of a complaint or report or information that a child has been or is being abused, maltreated, discriminated, exploited, neglected, or abandoned, or is under imminent danger of being abused or exploited, shall take immediate action thereon, but under no circumstance shall be beyond 48 hours. Number 2. Police officers shall immediately coordinate with the WCPD and report the matter to the LSWDO in situations where immediate rescue operations are necessary. The police officer and WCPD, in coordination with the LSWDO and other stakeholders, shall prepare the corresponding rescue operations plan. Number 3. The police officers, together with the WCPD or LSWDO and other stakeholders, authorities like the barangay or municipal or city health officer, barangay officials in the place where the incident occurred or is taking place, the barangay human rights action officer or any officer of the Commission on Human Rights or CHR in or near the area of operation shall, without delay, proceed to the place where the child victim is located and execute the rescue operations plan. Number 4. Upon rescue of the child victim, the law enforcer shall return over the child victim to the LSWDO for protective custody. And number 5. Police officer, together with the LSWDO, shall ensure that the child victim shall be immediately taken to the nearest government medical center or hospital or clinic for physical and psychological examination, treatment, and or confinement. Number 6. The police officer, in coordination with the LSWDO, shall gather the necessary, relevant, and material data and evidence to support the filing of appropriate charges before the prosecutor's office and trial of the child abuse case before the court. Number 7. The police officer shall ensure that child victim shall not be subjected or exposed to multi-victimization in the course of investigation. And last, number 8. Investigation of child abuse cases shall be assigned preferably to members of the Women and Children Protection Dis or WCPD, or in their absence, the police officer of the same gender who has appropriate training on child rights and investigation and handling of child abuse cases.